So we'll see what happens. But I have a feeling that's what is implicated by that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
All right, let's lock it in. Glitch
From the beginning.
from the very get go.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we haven't just let it loose already.
All right.
All right. Let us know if by any chance that we glitch or if there's any audio or video issues. As usual, sometimes times can be kind of off on. So let us know. Hit that receiver off in there on.
No, it has nothing to do with that. Trust me, because even when don't have internet, it works.
It still does.
You can still watch. Yeah, direct TV.
Good
you
point.
Can still watch it. So
okay, excellent.
What's up, Flo? What's up, Alex?
You hurt me, Flo. Sad. All right, here we go. Hello and welcome back to another 5K tennis family discussion.
He's not a Packers fan. No.
Well, long story behind the jersey. I'm a Brett Favre fan, and this was a game jersey when Brett Favre was just
like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, this is an OG game jersey for sure. It's something I've had for a very long time. All right, quick shout out to start the show. Number one, to my sister. We talked about this before. She is battling cancer, and she's in a very deep stage of that, stage 4. And she's fighting a very tough battle. So thumbs up for my sister out there. Much love always. And as well, the 2 people that are still left for the $300. And those are people that had predicted the men's final and women's final and winners prior to the tournament starting. By the way, we do have the Pliskova and Sakkari match as we speak, and as well, this will also have the Djokovic Berrettini match when it starts. So if we continue through that, it wasn't our intention to do this during either match, but it was our only time to do this today.
Right.
Okay. But big shout out to the 2 people left for the $300. However, if Pliskova loses tonight, then both of those players will have lost. So for us, we hope Sakkari wins, but for 2 of you, you're hoping that Pliskova wins, right? Mm-hmm. All right, Carla, we're starting at.
I was just replying to Flo. I was asking if she's a lawyer. She said not anymore. And I was telling her I talked quite a few, and they tell me to hope to get out of being a lawyer. You know, we meet a few lawyers, and they say, you know, it's great money and all that, but they wish they did something else.
Well, I think some of our lawyer tennis students always say it's not what it used to be, or it's not what it used to be, and then some others say it's not what it's cooked up to be.
Right.
Something along those lines.
Yep.
All right. Last night when we ended, the Alcaraz was playing and retired very early on in his match against Felix Auger, where it was coming from.
So I felt like I didn't have to look up for more information, but I did hear a few viewers said that he had a strain or something on a shot that he went for, pulled or strain on his leg.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Can you pull it that up on, because I keep seeing that on top of the screen. Mm-hmm. McEnroe was surprised commentating, and usually McEnroe will kind of play things off, and McEnroe was like, geez, I didn't even see where that came from, you know? So anyway, kind of interesting. The Alcaraz had called the trainer, I think, on his previous changeover, did too serious. The next thing you know, he walks up to the net, shakes hand, and it's over.
Yeah. I thought it was shitty for the viewers, but the fans that pay tickets to go there. But again, if you get hurt, I understand it. So I didn't really take it.
Is it freezing?
They said it's all right again.
Yeah, I'd rather I have 2 ways to connect this. So I would rather do it now and I can just restart it than if we're constantly freezing in and out. So let us know sooner than later. After Alcaraz retired yesterday, there was an interview that I think was pre-recorded, and Novak Djokovic was talking about how difficult it is this time of year to go deep into the U.S. Open. He was talking about how grinding the ATP tours and WTA tours this time of year, because think about it, especially this year. You have the French Open, Roland Garros. You have the clay season leading up to that. You have Wimbledon, the Olympics. Okay, you had Cincinnati. You had Canada, Montreal, and Toronto for the women and men. A few more big tournaments in there. Then the U.S. Open, the U.S. Open Series, right? So is it working, by the way?
Yes, Justin, I will tell you.
So then the U.S. Open series, and then here you are, the U.S. Open, and then after the U.S. Open, you have the ATP finals at the end of the year. Right. A freaking grinding schedule. So you can't really dig up anything to say, Alcaraz wasn't prepared for it, because no one can really prepare for the grind of a tour, right? Mm-hmm. He's young and he'll grow into it. He did absolutely spectacularly. So I don't diss Alcaraz for that. It just happened. He moved on. Not too long ago, what was it? Leila Fernandez, or no, Raducanu, excuse me. She had a moment at Wimbledon and withdrew, and here she is now, right?
Yeah, definitely.
We must remember, though, Alcaraz has played a lot longer, right?
Yes, absolutely. It's still fine. So I think our thing is glitchy. Flo said it's working, but I think, on the computer, sometimes it gets stuck and we don't see it, but I'm watching it here.
Yeah.
As I'm talking to you, I'm lifting the phone on purpose just to make sure.
Yeah. And again, if it glitches, no worries. I can reset it with another connection. Mm-hmm. Okay.
You don't think, okay, Pliskova's playing like a dog food. That's funny.
Look, you want to flip to that? Okay. Right now, Pliskova is serving at 40-15, second set. She lost this first set 4-6. She just missed her first serve. Sakari is looking really jacked up, by the way. So let's see what happens on this point. So Pliskova is second serving to Sakari. Zombie, as you like to say it, gives her the forehand. Sakari dumps it in the net. So it's 2-1.
You never know.
2-1 Pliskova, second set.
You never know in women's tennis. They win the first set, and then the second set they kind of disappear, and then the third set becomes more interesting. I always find that in women's tennis. That's what usually happens.
So you're telling me women's tennis is just 3-set tennis? I had the first 2 sets, one way or the other.
I hate to say this because I'm a female. But I'm not excited about this women's U.S. Open. Don't hate me. I'm not. I know there's 2 young kids, but I mean, they're not kids. In my 20s, I was about to, close to being a mom and stuff. So, I'm just not impressed. I'm just not. Pliskova, Sabalenka, Sakari, Benchik sucks. Raducanu, okay, she's been consistent at Wimbledon and consistent here. I saw some firepower from her. She's a smart player. I would like to see what she does next year. Fernandez, I don't know. I'm just not excited about this one. I'm more excited for the guys. I hate to say it, but we're missing players like Osaka. We're missing players like Andreescu needs to get her shit together. We need Serena back, and she's 39. We need some firepower players. The tennis I've seen has been non-thinking, just hitting the ball, no strategy. Not the type of tennis I want to see.
You have to think the Canadian.
Who cares that she won Olympics? Did you see her play today, Alex Couillard?
She played horrendously. Benchik at first was way off, and then she was flustered. And by the way, when Benchik, is screaming at her box, and you're losing or you're not playing well, and you look at your box or your team, for us juniors or someone through the fence.
Yeah.
What does that do anything for you to scream at the person through the fence?
I didn't like her behavior. I think that the young girl played well. I'm not hating on anyone, this guy. I guarantee you I'm a better tennis player than you, and I know what I'm talking about more than you are. You're probably a fan. Just saying. Don't take it personal. But I've seen a lot of these players at the U.S. Open, underdogs. They do well, and then you don't see them at the Australian. What happened to them at French? What happened to them, at Wimbledon? I'm not exciting. This is not exciting tennis. When Serena was their age, this was big bang tennis. All the girls were hitting the ball. They were strategizing. They were thinking. This type of tennis in the WTA a beat off. You know what I'm talking about. It's like you said, a whole bunch of tomato cans playing each other. It's just not, I'm not excited. I'm more excited about the guys right now.
Can we define that? What happened?
He says he calls them tomato cans. They do good in one tournament and then you never see them again.
Kind of like kick the can down the road. Kind of like the old metaphor.
Yeah, I mean, like Pliskova. Here you are, supposed to kick Sakari's butt, and you can't figure it out. I don't know. I mean, Benchik won the Olympic gold medal, yet she looked like an amateur today. She had one strategy, and that was go for the returns. Hello, if you're hitting the ball out, why would you keep hitting the ball after the second one, after the third one, after the fourth one? Why wouldn't you slice? Why wouldn't you just guide it back and play out the point? Move your opponent. I don't get it. Sorry.
Benchik had a bad day at the office, obviously. What you were alluding to, I think, Carlo wasn't hating on any
I'm not hating. Good for the girls.
Okay.
But Benchik should have done better.
Well, translate what Carla's trying to say into something a little bit more nicely said is that she mentioned the other day about Jack Draper. Here we are, we're watching Wimbledon, and here comes Jack Draper, and he comes in, and he's the next best thing. He's fixing to have Hinman Hill and Murray Mountain and all this stuff. And where's Jack Draper? Let's rewind to the last two Novak Djokovic matches, or two out of the last three. You had Novak Djokovic playing Holger Rune. Someone wins a set, and all of the world is saying, this guy's going to be top 10. Djokovic then dismisses him quickly after he loses a set while Holger Rune is cramping and looking for mommy. Then it's Jensen Brooksby. Jensen Brooksby wins a set. Now everybody's saying top five. Meanwhile, he gets trounced the following three sets. I think what she's saying is that just because we have some new girls making some runs here, it doesn't mean she's fixing to lose sleep over it and pretend now that we have a big three on the women's side. Now, wouldn't this be interesting though? We have Raducanu, we have Fernandez, and we have Coco Gauff. Could it be that because there's really no one solid that's as consistent as Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, even if you threw in Wawrinka, Delpo, and Murray, could it be that the men's side will turn into the women's side in a way, and we'll have a big three with the likes of Gauff, Leila Fernandez, and Emma Raducanu? Could we have a big three on the women's side?
I hope so. Flo, it's like you just said. Love your comment. They're just trying to hit the ball within those lines and period. That's what they're trying to do. I don't see strategy. When I watch Henin, I saw her thinking out there. You saw her thinking out there. There were many players out there in that era. They thought. I feel like the WTA, I don't know what's going on with coaches now, but they're just telling these ladies to just hit the ball. Go for the return, try to win the point off the serve.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it. And that's not the way to play tennis. You don't return hard to try to win the point. Just saying. At least the 19 or the 18-year-old girl, Emma, didn't do that. She didn't try to kill the ball when she returned. She was smarter than that. So kudos to her for that. But Bencic was just whacking the ball. And I'm like, what? Her serve is not even like Venus Williams' serve was. It's not even Pliskova hard serve. Why are you trying? Hello, guide it. Do something else. Just saying.
There are many coaches out there that actually coach this, especially on the women's side. Why? Because on the women's side, service breaks are much more common. Okay. Unless you're playing Serena Williams and a few other, females that sometimes get really consistent, serving at 80% big serves all the time. But it's like the return of serve. Sometimes you're coaching to be your serve. You're going to get some looks. Go for it because hey, you're not acing 20 aces throughout the match. So let's get some aces on the return. It's a you get what I'm saying? It's a tactic. Okay, let's go for it. If we miss it, we miss it. But some of these players with the likes of Pliskova, and what's her name the other night? Who were you just talking about? Kept ripping the return. Bencic. We were watching her earlier.
Yeah.
She never would say, okay, well, this isn't working. Let me just mix it up. She just kept whacking the ball into the net.
She tried it like in the last set, right? In a few games. Fuzio Night says if Raducanu had an average, she would be out on the second round. I agree. Barty shouldn't have lost the match, by the way. Just saying.
Well, look, Raducanu.
You think the women are playing better now than when they play Serena? You're definitely on crack.
Who?
SK Joe.
But why? Why is that a bad comment? The women right now are playing really well indeed.
Then when Serena was on tour?
Who else was? Wait a minute. But is he saying the depth of the field?
Yes.
Okay, so when Serena was, let's say, the majority of her career, who were her nemesis? Sharapova.
Clijsters.
Henin.
And so many more.
Okay, so.
Ivanovic, Jankovic.
Okay, yeah. So, I was
man.
trying to think. Yeah, they're too new for this. Not enough depth in the competition.
Man, come on, man.
Yeah.
No, those ladies were fighters. I disagree. Venus. Yeah, no way. This guy or this girl is like super young in the game. They obviously didn't study tennis. Just saying. This guy says requirement these days to have power. What's up? If he wants to succeed in the women's game. Yes, have power. Absolutely. You must have the power, but also have variation. You need it. Because if two people are hitting the ball back and forth, hard, somebody's got to do something different to win that point.
An old coaching metaphor is when we go out to the tennis court, if we're a power player, that's great. That's our weapon. That's our plan A. But when we walk out of the court, we have a toolbox. We have a mental toolbox, our physical toolbox, our mental toolbox, our tactic toolbox. All of our skills are in this toolbox that are in here, and what you've worked hard to have, right?
Stop.
So a power player, if they don't have another tool in the toolbox, if they're not hitting their spots, they're going to lose big, because they can't reach in and grab a screwdriver because all they have is a hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Sabalenka is one of these players. Sabalenka has hit her spots throughout this tournament. She's playing very well. She has been this far and other tournaments, not necessarily the U.S. Open, but nonetheless, didn't she just make the semifinals of Wimbledon?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we get to this point, and you know, one day we have that bad day at the office, and damn it, all I got is the hammer. I can't reach into my toolbox and pull out the screwdriver and sandpaper because I don't have one, and we keep just pounding balls and missing them, i.e. bench it today.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's hilarious. Fernandez is a way better athlete than Serena.
Who is? Fernandez. Who? Mary Jo Fernandez?
No, the girl Layla Fernandez.
Oh, that is kind of funny.
That is the joke.
Yeah, but Serena Williams, to be even compared to Layla Fernandez in terms of raw athleticism, that is, that's funny. That's funny.
Let me show you an athlete, buddy. Let me show you how an athlete's built.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Let me show you another picture, buddy.
It was Rip City, Jack City dominating.
Let me show you another one, buddy. I don't know, man. Who do you find intimidating?
Yeah.
Little skinny girl who's
Fernandez is a fine young lady, but Serena would really, really destroy that prime versus prime.
Here's one that Michael Walker sent me. He sent me a message. He said, this is what Osaka should be striving for at 23 if she's going to show her abs. Let me show you, buddy. Let me tell you something. Tell me what athlete looks like that? Sakari.
Sakari's close.
I mean, here is a woman.
Sakari's close.
39. Come on, man.
Yeah,
man.
She was a beast.
Yeah, real. You're obviously dumb.
Look, Sakari's close. Sakari's close. All right. Anyway, currently, it's on serve, second set. Sakari serving 2-3, 30 love, second set. Mm-hmm. Who do you got winning this? And then we'll move forward to the next.
Well, I'm kind of shocked that Sakari took the first set. Just for fantasy purpose, I would win this tournament because she should have won a slam. But, I mean, it's open. Anybody can win it, really. Just saying.
All right, Carla.
All right. Let's see. Read some comments.
Okay, read a couple comments. I have some
Mark Liberty said, did they replace the foot fault judge with a camera? I was so bummed when the chance of a player threatening to murder a foot fault judge would not happen this year at the Open. I don't know. Good question. Does anybody else know that?
Good question. The absence of the line judges has to hamper foot faults. The line judges generally right there will call a foot fault, but there's no line judges. There's a couple of variations of the foot fault that most non-tennis players don't really kind of understand. So yes, we know that the foot can't cross the baseline before we make impact with the ball. So we must make impact with the ball before our foot can land into the paint on the other side of the line or on the line or even nick the line, right? Mm-hmm. But also, there are some servers that we call foot draggers. Carla's a foot dragger. When she serves, she gets into her position and she moves the back foot forward, okay? I don't. I serve platform. I serve and I'm set on both feet and I go off of one. It's like the difference between watching Del Potro serve and Federer serve. I serve the Federer platform and she serves the Del Potro foot drag. Anyway, but if the back foot, so if the center hash mark is here, your front foot is here, and your back foot is on the other side of that center hash mark, even though it's way behind the line, it's a foot fault there as well. So you have to be careful with that call. And that call is the one that generally gets called. It's the back foot on the other side of the center hash mark. If you're serving down the tee and you're hugging the center hash mark, the back foot can be displaced. That's the call that's going to be missed without line judges because they're looking down the center hash mark. That's what the middle judge is there for. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what these guys are talking about.
What?
You said it before. 24, 25 when Layla turns 20. And you guys can't predict the future of these athletes.
Look, all these young players are tremendous. It's excellent. But look, when you've played the game your whole life, Carla Pro, challengers at ITF, the World Team Tennis, And there's players that come along and meet up with some of the best players, you know, and you know, they have a good day at the office and they get figured out, or they, you know, their game is studied a little bit. One of the reasons
Their
why
games will be studied. Yes.
one of the reasons why these young players are doing really well isn't because they're, you know, lucky or anything. It's just because they're new and no one's really checked them out. There's not locker room talk about their tactics and their habits. There's not too many YouTube videos circulating. There's not too many tournaments they can go back and watch the semifinals of from 2017 and analyze data. It's new and they're playing very well, but the best players in the world will adjust to it, and everything will plateau. The thing in tennis is every player tends to get to a plateau. And when we get to that plateau, it's up to the very best players in the world to figure out a way to continue to still get better. And I think James Blake said that today. Every tennis and some tennis players get to that plateau quicker. So there's an ever-present plateau in anything in life: jobs, work, workforce, tennis, whatever. And sometimes a younger person will get to that plateau, but the best in the world rise above the plateau and they become the tip of the mountain, the tip of the iceberg. Mm-hmm. And we can't say that at 17, 18, 19, 20 years old. Coco Gauff's been in a couple years.
This is a great comment.
We said
I don't care about the haters and stuff. That cracks me up. I mean, I love that, actually. I love that because I'm a fighter.
We've seen this before.
I love fighting, Flo. That's what I don't get. I love it. Keep it coming. I love it. Alex, I like your comment. It's kind of like Coco when she was 15 and not a lot of players knew about her then. That's right. She was beating players. And then what happened?
Not beating them anymore.
Why? Because they're figuring her out.
And there's talk in the locker room. And sometimes tennis fans don't understand when we go play these tournaments, whether it's challengers or whether it's elite junior tennis or college, we're all in the same locker room at some point in time. You're in the same showers, same toilets and stuff. I'm shaving in the same mirror per se. And whether I'm with you or not, there's talk in the locker rooms. People talk about things. Film is watched. I'm losing my voice for some reason. They just haven't had time to be discovered yet, but it will happen.
Mark Levine says Joker should have won last year. The old lady was hamping it up like Bruce Lee karate chop her in the neck. Exactly. How could the DQ Joker when it was the lady's fault for not getting out of the way? We talked about this for a long time.
Yeah, and Mark, by the way, I told everybody when this happened last year that we should have a ball person tryout, and they get like a baseball pitching machine and fire, balls at the judge, and I got to dodge that. And if they can't dodge it, they don't get the damn job, because yes, that was a stupid. Djokovic would already have 21, and this would have happened already. But a ball person should have a tryout.
So Nis and Jack, why are you guys going back and forth? First of all, you can't put Layla for name with even Serena. She has yet to win a slam or a major tournament. You can't even compare her. Don't even put them in the same sentence because it's not comparable. Not comparable. Just saying.
We talked about
not even comparable. Hasn't won a big tournament yet. How can you compare her?
24.
Come on, man.
24 majors. We're comparing them to 0.
Come on, man. 0. And not even a major tournament.
Yeah.
Layla C says, hi, guys. I'm so excited. I get to catch the live. I got really sick 2 months ago. Long story short, I couldn't join in, but I've been watching you guys and helping me through it. So many laughs. Hope you're okay, Layla.
What's up, Layla? Great to see you. Hopefully you're well.
Yep.
But look.
Enough already with the throwback. It's hilarious, though, when Justin goes, I laugh. It is funny. We know this guy, even you that are Djokovic hater and love Federer, even you have to recognize that Djokovic would have already had the 21. Or maybe not, because maybe he wouldn't have put so much work into the clay season to beat Rafa, you know? So maybe he wouldn't, but we all know the truth here. Let's be real. He would have won this one.
Look, you can't take away from Raducanu, though.
19-year-old Serena to 19. Didn't Serena win her first slam at 19? Am I wrong for that?
That's a great question. I don't. I'm 18, 19, somewhere in there.
Are you kidding me? Serena was on the limelight, so she was like a little kid.
How can you poll question this? Can you poll question that?
I can.
Do you really think Serena is not as good as an athlete as Raducanu is now?
No, they're talking about Layla.
For Fernandez, either one.
Okay.
I'm just saying. She's too young. You can't. How did this even come up? How did you guys get into comparing?
I saw two people. She was Serena.
Okay, so then would it be prudent to say that if you guys are having this argument about Serena Williams in comparison to Layla Fernandez, then okay, let's have the argument of Novak Djokovic in
17. She was 17 when she won her first slam.
17.
17. How are we comparing her? This is idiotic.
Yeah, I mean, look again.
Idiotic.
It's like comparing Djokovic or Federer or Nadal to Alcaraz. I mean, it's just not. It's not.
And it'll never happen. It'll be a long time before that happens again. Even B-Dog said, "Stop, guys, the ignorance."
Yeah, pretty. Yeah. It's like something I see on people.
You can't Sinisa. You obviously don't play tennis as well. You obviously don't play tennis as well. He or she says you can't compare because tennis is not the same, Carla. That's a joke. It really hasn't changed much. That's why a lot of players come back and try to play. Really. The power and the depth hasn't changed much. There's nothing new that these girls are doing that they didn't do in the 90s. Yes. There's nothing new. Yes. It's the same tennis. Nothing new.
Here's a couple of coaches that you may have heard of that we have known personally. Nick Bollettieri, one of them. You guys may know who. Carla trained there and then eventually sold to IMG. Long story short, again, we both have coaching certifications from. I mean, I won't get into.
I think it was 16. Good point for 0-9. Thank you.
Anyway, guys, I'm not even to get into that, but
Thank
it's just.
It says I adore your poster on the wall.
Oh,
it was a Novak fan.
Let's go.
It was the Polo Club, Water Polo Club, that sent it to us.
Yeah. Anyway, I lost my train of thought in a way. No, not because I interrupted Carla. That one I just lost my train of thought on. But look, it's nonsensical to compare Serena Williams with Fernandez.
Thank you, Farzio and I. Fat Pleisters almost beat fit top 3 Muguruza. Thank you. That's my point. Just saying. No, Sinisa, you obviously don't play. I got to mute this person for a second. I just can't take the stupidity anymore. I just can't.
I'm glad I don't have to do that.
Just stupidity.
I'm glad I don't. You all right, buddy? You want to come here?
I feel like I got done with listening to their comments.
All right, come on. He wants to do show it. So real fast. Okay, this is my little man right here. He keeps wanting to say hello. So if you come here, you can't be shy though. You have to answer a couple questions. All right. Okay. All right. Where's this? What is that?
A spider.
It's a spider. You make it at school today? All right. And he's in kindergarten. Gabby, what you got?
Nothing.
All right, but you're not in the picture. So this is Justin Jr., JD2, and this is Gabby. Okay, Gabriella. Named after Gabriella Sabatini. Am I right or wrong? So we named her after Sabatini.
Gabriella Sabatini.
Sabatini is what we named her after. Okay. Where are we going with this?
I don't know, but let's get them out.
All right, guys. I love you a lot, man. You guys are great kids. You're everything. All right. Back to tennis, though.
Tennis. It looks like Sakari's gonna pull this out, which means the 2 guys that were in the final are going to lose. I really thought that push. She's up 40 love.
Ooh.
She'll be up 5-3.
All right, let's see what happens here. Sakari is serving at 40 love. Okay, if she wins this, she'll be up 5-3. Gives Pliskova misses it wide to the forehand side, missed it about 6 inches wide. See what happens here. Can Sakari go at 5-3? Okay, she's fixing to give her the second serve. Come on. Neutral ball to the backhand cross. Short ball.
Pronounce your name.
Let's go.
That's tough to pronounce.
40-15.
Because I'm guessing it's in Serbian or something. I can't pronounce your name, but hello. By the way, going back to Bencic, she'll never win a slam. Never. Mark my words.
Did you notice that during that match today was one of the dreaded things that us as tennis players hate to have happen? Do you know what I'm talking about?
The rackets?
No, they played half sun, half shade.
Oh, that's horrible. Yeah.
When you play half sun, half shade, it's very difficult to adjust. Have you ever been outside and looked up into the sun and then glanced away from it? You see all these blue spots and like red spots and you can't quite see. So if you glance up, you understand what I'm saying? This is why baseball players and football players will wear visors over their helmet.
That was tough to watch on TV because half and half, that was tough.
But the visual issues, if you look at the sun and then look away, when your vision is clear from the sun, you're left with imprints of the sun. It's a bunch of dots and you can't see. Mm-hmm. And when you play half shade, half sun, it's very difficult.
He says from Serbia, Yo soy Veselin Kuburic. Hello, Veselin Kuburic. And then we have another Serbian fan, Anjeli Stefanovic.
Go.
So Mark says, I can't name one player Medvedev had to play on his way to the final. Joker has murderer's row on his side with Shapovalov, Berrettini, and Zverev. They gave Roger a blank bracket and said, fill it out. True.
All right, let's check his math. First round, Medvedev, Gasquet. Second round, Kopfer. Third round, Andahar. Fourth round, Evans. Quarterfinals, Van der Schulzump. Sorry, I'm still learning that guy. Enjoyed watching him play, though. And then we'll face Felix Auger-Aliassime. does anyone think that Tony Nadal is actually helping Felix Auger-Aliassime, or was he? Or it seems to me that Felix Auger-Aliassime may have found his way to rise above that plateau. You know, he's been at 20 in the world for a while now, a couple years, right? He's bumping up in the rankings now. He'll be top 18, top 17.
Well, he's had a tough road because, I mean, he really. I'm glad to see him doing well, but I think Medvedev should kill him. Just saying.
He should.
Layla C says, I laugh if Sakari wins this and gets a slam before Mr. Toilet Break. She has been second fiddle to him for the whole time. I think he'd freak out.
And they're both Greek.
Yes, that's what she's saying.
Yeah.
Great point.
It's excellent. And Sakari's ripped up. Does anyone think it's a pro or a con to be as ripped up as Sakari? Is it helpful to be that ripped up as a tennis player? Does it lead to being
it seems like
tight?
It seems like she can move because she's smaller.
She's very flexible. She stretches out there. I watched some of her shots and she splits out there, kind of like Djokovic does on the stretch.
Good for her.
Gets out the stretch and looks pretty good doing it.
All right.
I think she's ripped up, man.
Yeah, she's definitely ripped.
By the way, I noticed today that Novak Djokovic had the same color eyes I did.
Duh.
I never noticed it. I didn't look in his
his green eyes.
Yeah, Djokovic has the same color eyes, the same everything. Pretty cool. I like that. All right. One quick statistic about Raducanu, by the way, the young British girl. I'm really
Raducanu.
Raducanu.
Yeah.
This young lady has gone through the qualifiers and all the way through to the semifinals of this tournament and has not dropped a set. She beat Shu 6-1, 6-2. She beat Bolhetzi 6-3, 7-5. She beat Sharif 6-1, 6-4. She beat Vogeli 6-2, 6-3. She beat Ji Jiang 6-2, 6-4. She beat Sharibe's Tormo 6-0, 6-1, a bagel and a French fry. Then she flipped out and beat Shelby Rogers 2-1. So an extra large fry and one set of fries, right? What did we say, though, about the following players? Leylah Fernandez, Carlos Alcaraz, Holger Rune, and Jensen Brooksby. It's like Karatsev. What do I mean by that? Karatsev, he's 27. I get it. They're different ages. I'm not going in terms of age comparison. He jumped on the scene. Boom. Took the world by surprise. He had a different toolbox than what other people were used to. And that new toolbox had a hacksaw, and none of the other players had seen that hacksaw too much. But now they've seen it, and they've adjusted, and the better players overcome that. So we have to see whether or not Fernandez, Alcaraz, Holger Rune, and Brooksby will overcome that, or if everyone else in the past 5 or 6 days is just talking shit as they always do when someone wins a set or does well in a tournament for once in their life. Top 10, top 1, we'll see a lot from him. He'll win 27 majors. Never see him again, i.e. Jack Draper in the commentary during Wimbledon. Okay? It happens every tournament, every single tournament, unless you just follow one player and you only tune in and watch that one player. But if you watch it as a whole, you see people come and go, and you see
tennis before you, Sinisa.
And look, I was born into the game. My father's 82 and was my coach, and he was born into the game, and he was 82. Anyway, it doesn't even matter about all that. But needless to say, we see this all the time. All of us do. Every tournament that you watch. Andreescu who? Brooksby who? I mean, who? What about everybody was going crazy about Grigor Dimitrov? Everybody was going crazy about.
That's right. Cici Bellis, Melanie Oden. Yes,
so
many players.
Excellent.
I remember like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, there was an American kid from California. I can't even remember his name. What about the kid with the mohawk?
Yeah, let's start a list in the chat of all of you tennis fans. If you're truly deep fans that have followed this game as long as we have, and a lot of people in chat have done.
Or she's getting married.
Let's go with the list of tennis has-beens that never did anything. We can start with great has-beens like Dimitrov and Berdych that never could get the major done. That had all these talks right out of juniors. These are what about the young kid Kudla, Dennis Kudla here in the U.S. Supposed to be the next best
Nick
thing.
Kyrgios who?
Nick Kyrgios who?
Tomic,
Bernard Tomic, another good one. Who? Kokonakis, another good one. Who? And these are players that have done great things, at least somewhat. And
what about Hyun Chong?
Hyun Chung, yeah, the Korean kid.
Yeah,
exactly.
We thought he was gonna be like the next shit.
Yeah, I mean, okay, where are we at? So it's nothing new.
Raonic, Nishikori, Dimitrov. There's so many on that list.
And those are successful players those are really good, successful people. There are people like Alexander Dolgopolov. Do you guys remember Alexander Dolgopolov?
Yelena Dokic.
Yes, Dokic, that's another one.
Good one.
Alexander Dolgopolov was hyped up.
Kyle Edmund. Yes.
It's another good one.
Brits. Yes.
Yeah.
There's so many.
So many.
People talk out of their ass. They don't know jack shit.
And it sounds like Charlie Brown's here.
They don't know jack shit.
Bashless
There
Neely.
will not be another Djokovic, a Federer, a Nadal, a Serena. It just won't be, guys. Stop dreaming. It will take someone really, really, really special at a very, very young age to do what. First of all, you better be dominating players like 0-0, killing them like Steffi Graf did.
Like
Steffi Graf, if you look at her draws when she was playing, look at the finals all her way. She was like 6-0, 6-1, 6-2, 6-2, 6-1. Final 6-0, 6-0. I mean, she was dominating, and that's called dominance. Laura Robson, another good one. What about Katie Bolter? She was supposed to be the next British. Never happened. Yeah.
Yeah. And because a lot of you don't know these names, just rewind to the last major, Wimbledon, Jack Draper. Just rewind it to that. Go watch some of those matches. Oh, Jack Draper, he can be top 10. He's that good. Kyle Edmund.
Yeah. So Steffi Graf will win her matches in 40 minutes. That's dominance.
Yeah.
You knew when Steffi Graf came out that she was something special. You knew it. Mm-hmm. Konta, thank you. No, Grand Slams, Gasquet did not. They thought when he was a young kid that he was going to be the next best thing. Didn't happen.
Yeah, and then Gasquet had some off-court issues. And anyway, what a good metaphor for this is boxing. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of boxers that go out, and they fight, 40 fights and they win, 25. No, yes. They win 25 and they lose 15,
Got match point number 2. Let's see what you
can do. Okay, Sakari serving for the match. 40-30. Is this first serve or second serve? Mm-hmm. First serve? All right, let's go. Match point, Sakari. Up the tee, neutral ball back, drop shot. Sakari misses it wide. Deuce. She got a little tight right there. Yeah. Got a little tight right there. So we got it here.
Layla, see, great comment. I could see Layla or Emma winning, but not because I believe they're the next Serena or even multi-slam winners. The women's game is just so unpredictable. No players dominant like Joker to stop them. Well said. That's exactly what's going on. Yeah, Novak was injured. Yep.
All right, deuce. Sakari, deuce. She's serving for the match. 5-4, deuce. See what happens. Oh, I think that was a let. I think it was a let. I thought it was an ace.
Put some mirror so we can see.
I wish we could, and we don't intend to do this, but this is the only time we can do this today.
Do we think she's feeling the nerves? I think so.
All right, here we go. First serve out wide. Missed it a little bit wide. Second serve. She's serving for the match. 2 points away.
I know those fantasy players are like, damn.
She is ripped. Let's go. Look at the shoulders on this girl. Boom. Gives it a neutral ball. She plays a neutral ball. Pliskova. Oh, neutral. They're pushing it. A little bit of push factory. Cross court. Oh, we're still.
I love Justine Henin, Angela. Oh. Love Justine Henin.
Slice.
Oh, we saw variety.
Cross court. Oh, slice. Like junior tennis going on here. Okay, she changes direction. Yep. Oh, Pliskova dumped it in the net. Match point number 2. Let's go.
3.
We want Sakari to win because if Pliskova wins, we still may have to give away $300, and we don't want to give that away. Obviously.
Match point number 3.
All right.
Match point number 3. They say 3 strikes in here.
Competitors, and it's close, and you have 3 match points, and you don't get any of them. Generally, you end up losing. All right, Sakari, here we go. She going to make the first serve?
You said she won?
Man, she's ripped up. Here we go. First serve in play to the Pliskova.
Somebody said she already
won.
To
the Pliskova forehand. Up. It's over. She just won.
All right.
It's over.
No fantasy winner. Sorry, nobody wins the racket. No one wins the money. Too bad. So sad. Pliskova will never win a slam. Here was her chance.
And that means the Djokovic match is coming up, and we'll have that. Let's go. All right.
I saved $300. What can I say?
Yes, happy about that.
And that's why the women's is so unpredictable because there is no one that is dominant.
Well, we still have to give out $50 to 2 for sure.
But back in the days, you could pretty much pick the slam. Who's going to win it?
Be Serena.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's my point. Or whatever your name was. I don't remember. Was it Sinisa? No. I don't know. Whoever. Sakari crying a lot. What an amateur. Oh, Turk 500.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh. Great comment.
So cute.
Great comment.
She's so cute.
But great comment, this person.
But look, we still have to give away 2 fantasy team winners.
I could agree with you. Pliskova, brainless player. So awful. That is true.
Look.
That is true.
Sakari's been jacked up for a while. Her muscles are paying off. Yeah or no? No?
We'll see.
We'll see.
Derek says Serena's kicking herself right now. She could have won this. Well, not if she can't move, but you never know. Next time I just write the name in a box. Pick from where to pick the fantasy team of women. Yeah, Flo. I mean, yeah, none of us guessed it.
So Sakari will now match up against Raducanu, or I've heard it pronounced Raducanu. Who wins that match?
She should win it, right? Because of experience.
I would say so.
But who knows?
Raducanu has dominated everyone she has met, but I don't see anyone. Can you tell me that Shusim qualies, the Sharif, Vogeli, Zhang, Sorribes Tormo, and Rogers, can you tell me that Sakari's much better than those, or just a little bit? Because Raducanu's been dominating all of them.
But they're not players that you normally see anyways. So, I mean, Sorribes Tormo, that's a joke. JL9 says, I think Alcaraz will be top 10 next year. No.
Not yet. No. He'll win some matches and he'll lose some matches. But again, every aspiring athlete in any sport, they get to
this must be a kid.
They get
turn 500. You must be like 15 years old.
They get to a plateau, and then the best in the world elevate above that plateau. He still hasn't plateaued yet. So Alcaraz will probably plateau if he stays in shape and
he has to serve better.
Yeah, he's got to get he'll probably plateau around 19, 20, 21, 22, somewhere in there, and then rise above that plateau. But he's not ready to rise above that plateau for a lot of reasons. Number one, you still have players that are a little bit better than him now.
Yeah.
Tsitsipas, TM if he comes back, and a handful of others. Zverev, Medvedev, Tiaf.
Jesus asked, do you guys think after a big press that Federer, Nadal, Novak comes a big plateau? Yes, I do think so. We'll see the same things as women's.
Yeah, the plateau.
You won't be able to pick. You will win 20 Grand Slams. 15-year-old here.
I mean, look.
Oh my God. I just get dumber reading these comments.
Look,
I get dumber.
You can't.
You know what? Let's say. I think. Hold on. Pick a player. I think Brooksby will win 20 slams. Why not turn 500?
I think Alcaraz will win 30.
Come on, man. Shut up. Like, what's his name? No wonder. What's his name?
Oh, Stephen A. Smith
on
ESPN.
No wonder he talks trash. Because some of these people are idiots. And he says, I don't care. Hate me. So what?
What did your dad used to tell you when he coached you? Hate me now, love me later?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I tell my kids. You can hate me now. Yeah, you're not going there. You're going to stay home and do homework. And you're going to listen to what I say. Or I promise you're going to have no freedom.
No way Stan Wawrinka wins another slam. No way.
Yeah, no. I had to kind of pontificate.
Who would be the new top 10 next year? Think of men's side. I don't know, Flo. We're going to see, like, what is it called? Wall Street? You know how the numbers keep changing on Wall Street? Yeah. That's what we'll see in tennis.
I think you'll see the same names just shuffle around a little bit. You're still going to see Nadal hanging around in there.
In the next year. No, we're going to see this. Except the two. Or the five.
Next year, throughout the whole year, you're going to see Berrettini. You're going to see Djokovic. You're going to see Nadal still in there. Federer will be out of that. You're going to see TM if he comes back. He doesn't have he lost a lot of points, but he's not going to have any to defend if he plays with the crowd next year. Pressure. Exactly. TM would be on there. Tsitsipas. I don't know if I just said that one or not, but these guys are still going to be there. Rublev is still going to be there. The players like Felix Auger-Aliassime are the guys that need to kind of bump up in there and bump like the Berrettinis out. I feel that Felix Auger-Aliassime is a better player than Berrettini.
Yes,
technically at their ages,
is better.
Yeah. So if you fast forward, if you put Felix Auger-Aliassime on the trajectory that he should go into, then when he is Berrettini's age, a couple years down the road, he should be a much better dominant player. Tony Nadal, Carla, is Tony Nadal helping Felix Auger-Aliassime, or is it a confidence thing? Look, as a young man, we would go to parties, and we were athletes, we kind of, flirted with the ladies a little bit, whatever. We would always feel more free to flirt with the ladies if we had kind of our crew, you roll up and you're like, what's up? Because you had your crew around you, always felt like if, she dissed me, then my partners are still with me, right? Anyway, but I feel like that's how it is with Tony Nadal and Felix Auger-Aliassime. I don't think a player needs to learn how to hit forehands and backhands at this point in, say, FAA's career. I don't think a player needs to know tactics. I think that they need to know how to be part of the crew and how to be a freaking soldier and how to get down and how to fight and how to be a man. And I think that's what a coach is at this point. And I think Felix Auger-Aliassime just has a man in his corner that can make him feel confident. How does that fare for him, FAA playing Medvedev? Does he have a shot? Does FAA have a chance to come out and be like, what's up, bitch? Give me some. Fight me, man. I don't care about you. I know you and Sisty Pass wanted to slap each other around on the court, but I'll slap you. I'll hit you in the face. Is he ready to fight like that? Because Medvedev is, and that's the difference. Will Felix Auger-Aliassime be able to man up, look Medvedev in the eye, and stare him down?
You're wasting your energy, Justin.
Do you remember when Novak Djokovic stared down Brooksby after he won the second set following the 1-6 set he gave and gifted Brooksby that caused everybody on earth to say, at least the naive commentators, the naive fans, oh, he'll be top 5, Brooksby. Djokovic won the set, stared him down. You think Felix Auger-Aliassime can stare down Medvedev? Because that's what it's going to take.
I saw some idiot say that Raducanu has 8 coaches. If she has 8 coaches, she comes from money. She comes from money. So I'm going to root for the one that has less money.
Look.
Just saying. Huh.
Carla,
just saying. You got 8 coaches?
Look, I have an acronym for that. WGAS, WGAS. WGAS is an acronym for who gives a shit. I don't care if she has 37 coaches. That doesn't mean she's going to be freaking a beast.
I'd rather see, honestly,
get 27 coaches. Go for it.
Sabalenka and Sakari, the veterans, play. Just saying.
I disagree there, though.
No, you know why?
I disagree.
Because we've been talking about Sabalenka, your girl, that you said could win a slam. You made a bet with me, right?
Yeah, true.
Here's opportunity knocking for her. Hello, you would be stupid not to try to win this, not having Osaka there and the other players that you usually lose to. Hello, this is your opportunity. Why wouldn't you take advantage of that?
Well, you can't debate that. But the only problem that's...
Is this Trash Talk Wednesday? No. We just have a lot of idiots, Lori, talking today.
And Carla's on fire.
Some idiot saying that Emma's going to win 20 slams. Come on, man. My pinky has a better chance.
Whoa. Did you just catch yourself right there? You just called Raducanu by her first name, Emma. That means you do respect her because you called her on a first name basis.
I do respect the girl. I think but to say 20 slams, that's a joke, right?
She's got respect, and she's just being realistic. Look, we don't hate on these. She's not.
I said the same thing. I said, why are the British getting so happy? The girl was born in Canada. Canada has no British blood in her. Mom's Chinese, dad's Romanian, no British blood. Sorry, British people, doesn't count for you. Just saying.
Yeah,
just saying.
Yeah, I can't heard that.
No, it doesn't count for you.
Yeah.
Her ex is British because she moved there when she was 2. But the Brits can adopt people. That's okay. Because you know what? They've just had a losing streak. Murray is Scottish.
Okay, the chances of it being a teenager final, the chances of it being
a good chance.
It's a really good chance.
Yes.
So you're telling me, Carlita Mora Davis, you're telling me, Carlita, that you would rather see Sabalenka play Sakari than you would see Fernandez versus Raducanu.
Because I feel like this is their opportunity.
See, I disagree. I think it's more of a fight. I think it's more of
Justin. The only reason I say this is not because of the young girls. I feel like here's their opportunity. It's being handed.
But opportunity, my ass. I don't care. You missed your opportunity. The door was open. They didn't take it before.
What I'm saying
Screw your opportunity.
Sakari had a chance.
Hungry.
What I'm saying is I don't know that they're going to win. Nothing's guaranteed. I'm not saying that they should demolish them. I think the match will be tight. What I'm saying is if these 2 ladies that are in their 20s, late 20s, want to win a slam, they should put 1,000,000% into these matches. Both
of these girls have very favorable opponents. Look, Sabalenka, if she's a gruntologist, she looks like freaking.
But he loved her.
But
he made me a bet.
No.
Sabalenka would win a slam before Osaka, and I won that. So now he's not defending his girl.
This guy,
you can't. This guy jumps in a boat one time and then he jumps off. This is not a true fan. Just like Federer, jumps on, jumps off. Dude, you're like not 100% got people's back. You were defending Sabalenka. Meanwhile, I gave her grief the whole time. And now you're like, ooh. You're being flaky. That's called being flaky. There's another word for that the Real House of Atlanta wives would say. And I forgot what's the name. You're being shady. Just saying.
Well, okay. Would it be safe to say? Would it be safe to say that Sabalenka, for me, when I first saw her come out of the juniors, is kind of like everything that we're talking about now? I saw Sabalenka do similar things that we're talking about now that these 18-year-olds are doing. Do you know who I used to say would be a top-notch pro? when I used to watch her play in juniors, you're going to freaking laugh at me. Not really, because she was a great junior. Aranxa Rus. Do you know the player Aranxa Rus?
Yes, she could have been, but
Aranxa Rus is someone that I watched as a junior. I was at the U.S. Open, and anyway, long story short, watched her work, watched her play as a junior, and I'm like, man, Aranxa Rus, she's a baller.
He's a flip-flopper. Thank you, this guy.
Damn, this guy got to go like that?
Because he was like, oh, Sabalenka, my baby. Oh, and I kept saying, there's no way a person that's one-dimensional is going to win a slam like Pliskova. And now he's being flaky, shady, backstabber, double-crosser. Just saying. Like, all of a sudden now you don't want to jump in her bandwagon?
I do. I do. But
in the semifinals. A chance to finally win a slam without facing someone in the top. Because these are two young girls that I guarantee you, Layla is going to feel more pressure than Emma.
I'm saying go Layla. You are correct. There's nothing I've been on.
Don't ever listen to Justin when he ever says, I love them. Because in a few months, he's going to flip to somebody else.
Look, I rode on Sabalenka's train for years, since coming out of the juniors. I've ridden on it for years. I have maintained the ability to be able to tone out her screeching. You know factually that every time I hear someone that grunt, squeal on the tennis court, I either turn the channel or pretend they're worse than Chris Everett's commentary. And I tune it out. But finally, Sabalenka's grunting and not doing what she could have done already burnt me out, and I moved on to the next person. Sabalenka, okay, if she wins.
Thank God you're not burnt out on me. Jeez.
We got 5 kids together.
Oh, that's the only reason why you're not burnt out on me.
How is she going to?
Oh, thank God.
How does that make any sense?
Can you imagine a burnout on that person?
5 kids. She's talking about I'm going to get burnt out.
JL9 says, looking serve Sabalenka, knowing she's N1 makes you think about WTA level. Yeah, I've always thought. Derek Edwards, Sabalenka is not that noisy.
Sabalenka?
Justin Dine says she was in 14 quarters. I feel like this is her chance, man.
Did someone just say Sabalenka is not that loud? Or did you misread that?
I did read that, but there are louder players than her.
Dude,
there are louder players than that.
Sabalenka sounds like she is having her leg hacked off with a rusty bandsaw. But you loved her
before, right, baby?
Yeah.
You loved her before.
Do you know the real reason why I like Sabalenka so much a little while ago? Is because I knew I thought she was hot, and so I would always bring her up. And I'd be like, oh, look at Sabalenka, just to make you mad. Just to press your buttons.
So
you do it. You tell me Fusovic is hot all the time.
He's freaking hot.
I just picked Sabalenka.
You can't deny it, ladies out there. Look at Martin Fusovic. He's hot, and that's factual.
Okay, well,
that's factual, baby.
All right, what about Badosa? She's hot.
She's a beautiful girl.
Factual.
So what?
Okay.
Let's see. Says, I wonder what the Vegas odds are for the women. Feel like it's a literal coin toss. Whoever in the zone on the day. Well said. Derek said Graf was louder. I don't remember Graf ever grunting.
Steffi Graf, no.
She never grunted. What are you thinking?
It's possible.
No.
I can't answer it. Look, if I was on trial, I couldn't say yes or no because I don't recall.
Thank you, Michael Walker. She made no sound.
That's what I'm thinking.
The lady made no sound. Alex VR says Michelle Latcher de Brito from
Djokovic
Portugal.
match is starting. I got it.
Had a louder grunt.
This is going to be live in here. Live in here. Let's go. Woo! Ric Flair.
Traitor, backstabber, flip-flopper.
Let's go.
Wishy-washy.
Let's go, Djokovic. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. 2-1.
Yes,
21.
Interesante. Muy interesante. Let's see. Paul, how many sets for Berrettini? I'll put it up. I thought he was your boyfriend.
She got time for the bathroom break.
All right, let's see. Uh-oh. Your connection's unstable. Please wait. Let's see.
Uh-oh.
No, it's fine now. Okay.
Yeah.
How many sets does Berrettini?
Djokovic is in the hallway. He's getting his bag. He's got his hat backwards.
All right, so we're going to add an option here.
He's got his hat backwards.
Put 1.
He's ready.
2.
Let's go.
Or 3.
I think Berrettini gets 1. Berrettini, look, Djokovic is really good about losing the first set. Okay, it's nothing new. Djokovic may lose the first set, but if not, I think it will be 6-4, 7 or 6-4, 6-7, 6-4, 6-4. So 3 6-4 sets, Djokovic, 3 6-4s, and Berrettini takes a tiebreaker set in there.
This guy says Justin ditched Federer so quickly once he got his knee surgery. Yep.
Adios, muchacho.
Vamos Nole. Put 0 as well. Yeah, I put none.
Mm-hmm.
I think Berrettini will get 1 set off of him.
I do too.
If the young
I think
kids
he'll
could
take
do
one
it
set.
that are not as talented as him, then why couldn't he get 1 set?
So as Berrettini's walking out the hallway, let's real quickly just touch. I know we're going to watch this match. Let's just touch on the Lloyd Harris-Zverev match. We haven't even brought it up. Did anyone notice that Zverev served at 83% first serve percentage in the first set? Incredible improvement. Not too long ago, we were talking about Zverev. You couldn't buy a first serve and double faulted more than half the people on tour. Now he's serving at 83% first set.
How tired is Mateo? How far did he go? I don't remember his last match. He put me to sleep. He put me to sleep literally in the last match, so I couldn't watch it. To me, it was so boring. I had to change it. You have company. Yeah, my little guy, he's always like creeping in there.
Yeah.
Jack Nolte says Sasha could push Novak the most. By the way, we didn't talk about that match. Well, the match.
That's what I'm talking about.
Zverev and Lloyd
Harris. Yeah.
Wow. First of all, this was the most boring match I have ever seen in my life. Can anyone tell? Excuse me. Lloyd Harris to cut his hair. He needs to cut his hair. It's not a good look for him.
I have to stay mute because I have long hair.
Yeah, but some guys can pull it off. Some guys can't. Not a good look for him. And not only that, what was that with throwing the 2 water bottles?
Oh, yeah. Did you see that? After Lloyd Harris lost the first set, he went to the water bucket and pulled out a bottle, and then he out onto the court, and one of them was his drink bottle, so it got kind of like sticky stuff all over the court, and then Zverev and Harris and then court personnel had to go out and clean it up. Kind of a bad look, though, right?
Yeah. Derek Edwards said Lloyd Harris looks like the discount Sissy Pass.
Good point.
He's trying to imitate Sissy Pass.
That's a great comment. The discount Sissy Pass. That's excellent. That's commented the day so far.
Here, Zverev wins the first set, and Lloyd Harris goes away. Looks like a boring match. Looks like any other player in the tour, and he needs a haircut. That's all I wrote about that match. I was like, man, just got Sissy Pass.
Look, on the top of my notes, Carla, I wrote worst quarterfinal in history. Right?
Let's see what the poll is so far.
Worst quarterfinal in history.
We got 27 votes. 41% say 1.
Djokovic,
11%,
baby. Djokovic is coming out. Let's go.
11% say 2. 3, 4%, and none, 44%.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
All right. So it's a pretty straightforward. It's heavily favored on the Djokovic side. Mm-hmm. Djokovic out in the nice, cool, all dark royal blue Lacoste outfit. Berrettini out in the light royal with the dark navy with the backwards white hat and the yellow wristbands. Get ready, buddy. You're fixing to get trounced.
Which match was the most exciting so far? Flo asked. To me, was the one with Alcaraz and Tsitsipas. That was the best match of the U.S. Open so far.
One of those that there was one match with that guy Vanda Shuzlump. Who did he play in beat in 5? Here, I have it right here. I couldn't think of it right off the top of my head.
You mean the older guy, Gojowicz?
I don't recall.
That was not a great match.
Was it Schwartzman? Vanda Shuzlump and Schwartzman? Was it Schwartzman that he went 5? Mm-hmm. I think so.
Yeah, I did see that first unite. He delayed the point, but I feel like that flipped everything. His momentum kind of just disappeared, Great win for Coco Gauff and Kate McNally. They beat Sue and Mertens.
Number 1 in the world.
Yeah, so they're now in the semifinals. I saw that.
No easy feat.
Djokovic is right now, man, you Italian bozo, I'm going to crush you. You have no idea what this serve is going to do to you.
Yeah, Djokovic has the racket.
He's like, let's smile. He's like, I just beat you at Wimbledon.
Yeah.
So I'm going to beat you down here.
It's a nice crowd. The crowd.
There was no crowd for the women.
There wasn't.
It was like crickets.
Yeah.
Seriously. We were watching when they showed the picture. Not many fans. We
talk about equal prize money a lot, and we're for that because of how much the richest people in the world actually have in their pockets. And when it comes down to like $1 million or $2 million or $4 million, it's like a penny to us. So to the billionaires, $1 million is like pocket change, right? So I don't think they should fight over it because the idea of it is bigger than what the bickering is over. You understand what I'm saying? But during the women's match, the Pliskova-Sakari match, there was nobody there. And now that match left, and we've been to Ash Stadium multiple times, and the night session, one match you have to leave, and then you come back anyway. But now it's relatively packed, and there's 2 guys on the court. So I do get what people say why they don't pay, but nonetheless, the people that run this tournament, to give out a couple more million is just a drop in the bucket.
True.
That's my take on it.
They shouldn't even complain because
the men earn it, but
it's not your body being out there, man.
Yeah.
So guys, you don't get it. It's tough. You know, I'm telling you, women can't play 3 out of 5. You guys would be bored as hell. You're bored now. You would be bored even more. You know what I mean? We watch these. First set is bim, bam, boom, banging. And then second set is like lopsided. And then you got the third set that is closer.
Yeah.
Can you imagine 3 out of 5? We would be like, when is this over?
Exactly.
Just saying.
If it was someone like Redzwanska playing Sue Shea, you understand what I'm saying?
Oh my God, that would be boring.
Could you imagine that? 3 out of 5 sets?
Can you imagine hearing Sabalenka and Azarenka screech 3 out of 5?
That would be awful.
I think I would go insane. I think I would bang my head on this last table.
Just end it. Just get it over with. I can't deal with it anymore.
I can't take it anymore.
Look, James Blake made a comment. By the way, James Blake, a former Harvard graduate and tennis player. If you don't know who James Blake is, surely you do. But he made a comment that we were just speaking about during the Zverev and Lloyd Harris match about tennis players finding this ever-present plateau. Okay. He was saying, and I'm quoting here, James Blake was talking about Lloyd Harris's jump in the rankings over the past couple of years. You know, he was 190 or 250, then 190, and then 100, and now fixing to jump inside maybe the top 50, whatever. James Blake said, and I quote, "Eventually you level out, though, and you have to find a way to continue to improve once you hit the plateau to be great." And not, it's just, again, reiterating the fact that you cannot see players like Rune and Brooksby and Alcaraz and Raducanu and Fernandez, and because they have a good set in the midst of a tournament or a good run at one tournament, it doesn't mean anything yet. It takes credibility to back that up. We'll see what happens next U.S. Open, the U.S. Open after that, and what happens at the Australian Open in January, and then what happens in clay season, and then we'll talk more about it.
So J-Lo says, do you think JL9, I'm thinking J-Lo, do you think Leighton Hewitt had a better career than Murray?
Well, I think that depends on where you're from.
I don't know how many slams Leighton Hewitt. I just couldn't stand watching Leighton Hewitt.
But, okay.
Just like Murray. They're both not very pleasing to watch.
I think you have to give that to Murray. Big fans of both. I never particularly cared for Hewitt's attitude. He was kind of that, rebel. Murray, I never really cared for his attitude because he was a crybaby. But think about what Murray achieved. No man had won Wimbledon since, what was it, Fred Perry? Was it Fred Perry? And then he won it not once, but twice? He had the whole country.
Hewitt won 2. So Murray won more than 2.
Murray won 2 and then 1 U.S. Open. He won 3 majors.
So then you would have to say Murray. Better.
Yeah.
And he changed stuff for the British that were crying.
What did Hewitt win? One
because they couldn't get
Hewitt won Wimbledon,
a pure Britain.
Hewitt what? 1 Wimbledon, 1 U.S. Hewitt had 2 majors.
What? Michael Walker. I don't know. You're out there. Why is it that the British can't create a player from their own country, their own blood? Why is that, Michael Walker?
Ask the Australians that.
Why?
Australians can't win the Aussie.
But they've won slams. I'm talking about winning slams. No, you can't say ask this. I'm talking about slams. Not only can't they win at Wimbledon, they can't win at the U.S. Open. They can't win at the French Open. They can't win at the Australian.
Yeah.
Why is it?
Look,
is there something wrong over there?
Yeah, and also too, there are people that do coverage of matches that are from Australia, and when there's someone that's from another country that's more popular than the person from their own country, they'll cover that just simply to sell their own country out to cover someone else that's more popular. You got to stand up for where you're from, right? Don't ever forget about where you're from. Even though I'm being a hypocrite because right now I kind of sell out the U.S. players because they all suck so bad.
But at least we haven't had a drought. The British created Murray. I thought he went to Spain. From what I read, he went to Spain to train, learn Spanish and everything. His mom sent him to Spain to get better. I can't say the British created him.
All right, Djokovic and Berrettini are about to start. Djokovic is standing up, getting his proverbial magic potion water bottle. He's taking a couple of swigs. They've already warmed up serve. Mm-hmm. It's fixing to get busy. Let's go. And I'm going to tell me in the chat, I need a pair.
We must be way behind because Lori Blank says Novak aces first serve.
Okay, well, we're a little bit behind. So anyway.
This whole match,
no, we're not going to do the whole match. But we'll look, right now, Djokovic hasn't served yet.
He did.
Okay, so we're a little bit ahead, but I'm with you. I'll catch it late. Go ahead and give me the teaser. Give me the trailer because I'll see it in a minute. But look, tell me this. Carla knows I need a new pair of tennis shoes. I need a new pair of shoes, right? There's no shoes that I like out there that have warranty on them, right? That I like. The pair of shoes that I want is Novak Djokovic's Asics. I think it's like the Gel Resolution FF or something. And they're $164. Should I spend $164 and get a pair of shoes that I may just put in a box and just look at because I like them so much and don't want to mess them up? No. So do I spend $164.95 on the shoes? Carla?
No.
I think I should. Let's go.
I think you're stupid. Thank you. Even your daughter's telling you no.
That's I shouldn't get the shoes.
160.
Look at them. Oh, no, it's so precious.
Yeah, my precious. I tell you what, if Djokovic wins.
She said no, too.
If Djokovic wins this U.S. Open, I'm getting the shoes. But then they'll probably sell out before I get them, and then I won't have my investment.
166 isn't that much. For sneakers that you can get warranty on, we're tennis coaches. We burn them out quickly. So 166 don't last long. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, here's what happens. Oh, shoot, we're glitching. I get shoes, like this, and then I get a hole in the bottom.
Michael Walker said, hell no.
But if I get this pair of shoes, if this hole goes through the bottom within 6 months, I can send them back and get a brand new pair. So I spend like $140 on these, but I end up with 2 pairs of shoes.
Be smart. Don't be stupid. That's why the rich are rich, because they're like this. The rich are rich because they know how to save money.
Oh, okay. If Djokovic wins this 21st, who's buying me the shoes? Come on, let's chip in. Let's go. Give me the shoes. I wear a size 10 US, 10 US, 10.
Tennis isn't cheap. No, you're definitely right.
Size 10.
No.
Novak Djokovic shoe, 10.
Well, he's up 30 loves. Cruising so far.
All right, 30-15, by the way.
Flow out, buy you the shoes.
Look, let's check out this point. Djokovic serving, 30-15. Let's get a little practice run here. All right, Djokovic goes neutral to the Berrettini. Oh, forehand to forehand. It's tight point. A little Djokovic hitting a little short.
You always know when Djokovic's playing just by the way he hits.
Opening
far away.
Opening the court up. Oh, here we go. It's a nice point. Neutral to neutral. I don't see any. I see him kind of feeling.
40-30. How are we at 30-15?
We're behind. So you guys give us the live update. So we're behind here.
We're way behind. ESPN, shame on you.
This is the app. So we're $1 short and a day late, but nonetheless, we're in.
Yeah, we're way behind.
All right. Where are we at, Carla? We're about done, right?
We're about done, guys. We're gonna go watch this match. I'm gonna go not scream. I'm gonna save my voice because we got a long day mañana. Not really.
Lessons all day. What's our schedule?
Well, Lori chickened out. And
Lori.
She said she's gonna do a lesson at 9 a.m. on Friday.
She's a soldier though. She can fight.
So no, I'm just playing with her. So it's just 8. No, it's let me think. Tomorrow's Thursday. 8,
and
9, 10:30 to 11:30. Then we have a break. And then we have 4 and 5.
And I have to blow the courts before. So do we have an 8
How
o'clock?
are the courts, Lori?
Do we have an 8 o'clock lesson?
Yeah.
So I have to blow the courts beforehand.
Yeah.
So we got to be out there at 7. It means I got to get up at 5. And it's.
You don't have to. Come on. The courts weren't that bad. Lori, you played on them today.
But I still have to blow them.
Not that.
You can't have people split stepping in the sand.
It takes 2 seconds. Don't exaggerate.
But I got to prime the pump.
The kids
and I got to
school at
pump it up.
7:30. While I'm teaching the twins, you can go blow and walk around.
I like teaching the twins.
You can walk around blow. Okay.
You know what? This vibrant thing, tell you what.
They would draw a little sand. Be very careful. Yeah, I wake up at 5 a.m. Well, this one's still. Just saying. And then he keeps me up. So she says they were a little dry, little sand. We were very careful.
Let's go. Come on, Djokovic. Let's go. Woo! Ric Flair. Let's get that 21, Djokovic. Let's get it done. Let's make Berrettini look like a bitch. Wipe his ass off the court and make him look like the jack sock that he really is. He has no business on this court. He's not that good. Djokovic is going to destroy him. Make him look like a chump. Chump City. Raw, Chump City, tear the shirt off, get some Zverev. I got you two. And then Medvedev, what? Rip City on you two. You got nothing for me, Linguini Noodle. I'm going to whip your ass too. Zverev, adios, muchacho. Berrettini, adios, muchacho. And Medvedev, adios, muchacho.
Derek, I wake up at 5 a.m. I go to sleep around 10, 11. I am 42, and I don't want to mess up my body. Plus I have to hit balls on the court, so I can't afford to sleep at 4 a.m. I would look old if I sleep at 4 a.m. Just saying. You have to answer that question because that's her boy. Do you think what? He says, do you think Marat Safin will have a better career than Daniil Medvedev? And that's her boy, Safin. He won 2 slams. I think that's it. U.S. Open and Australian. I feel like Murat Safin should have had more slams. I think so. Yes.
It's a great question.
Mm-hmm. Justin, OTT. What does that mean?
I don't know.
What does OTT mean?
Over the top.
No. OTT.
I'm guessing it means over the top.
Wouldn't it be OVT?
Well, that's an acronym. So it could be OTT.
It could be
Only tap.
only tap.
I was gonna say something.
Over.
Yeah. On top.
I don't know. Michael Walker, help us here.
Over the top.
Probably
I'm
over
guessing
the top.
OTT. Or it could be OPP. How could I explain it? I take it frame by frame. It could be the OPP.
Over the top. Yes.
All right. We're
All
out,
right,
man.
guys. Take care.
Let's go.
Adios. Buenas noches. Enjoy the match. And let's see what happens.
Why not?